Hey, this is Wrong Wizard with Clevenger, the coach of the Overwatch team for Blue Springs High School, and this is against Hannibal. Blue Springs versus Hannibal. Okay. Blue Springs just shotgunning right out of spawn from the get-go. Now, the main thing I noticed from the comps, it looks like Blue Springs has a lot more utility, while Hannibal's got a lot more healing output compared to them. Now, what I'm thinking might happen sometime in this game is seeing he's gonna actually switch off the D.Va, because she's kind of getting hard countered by a lot of the players on the enemy team. I mean, you got oh, they switched off Monkey.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Echo's duplicate comes out. Looks like it's going. Yeah, they also used 3 different ults there, being with Shatter, the Moira ult, and the Echo duplicate. And they only, yeah. While Blue Springs did use 3 ults, they used 3 really quickly charging ults, just like both teams did for Echo duplicate.
Time to raise my APM. Routing power to forward shield.
Looks like they're going for Shatter Bomb's coming out. Gets one with the Hanzo, but it looks like they're still gonna just clean up here. But they are a little bit at a disadvantage with the ult economy right now. Does it look... I think they think healing's their problem, because they switched off from a high healing comp to an even higher one. They're really just trying to keep heals up. Blaze is just going to ham on the Hanzo. He just wants the man dead, but doesn't seem to connect anything. Looks like it's just going to be a 100-0 sweep. I don't think Reinhardt can touch with his limited mobility. Strong start right out the gate. They pretty much just got in their face immediately and just didn't let them ever push past.
Ready for battle.
Let's get to it already.
Now this map is really common to just TP up to at the start of the game. Looks like Blaze is going to be doing that at the start. Looks like Hannibal's going to be doing the exact same thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round
And Soldier
2.
over
Capture the
the
objective.
Kree. But really similar comps on both sides. It seems like Hannibal got there a split second earlier, at least from what looks like their sim just set up better. Their sim looked like they just got a better setup with their turrets. And that kind of just cleaned them up.
The objective is now active.
Yeah, that even a second can really just change that whole fight. Looks like they're trying to just take out the teleporter so they can't come back as quickly. Goes down. Both Reinhardts had fairly similar ult charge. Yeah, Red just can't push in though because of the turrets either. And he's kind of just getting melted by their whole team comp. They had to use Immor just to keep him up there, which is... And they get a pick on each team. Looks like Blue Springs gets the second pick, which might just be what they need to win it.
Who's with me?
Let's get you
I'm on
healed up.
fire.
The amazing thing about that fight is they managed to win it while eating 2 ultimates and didn't have to use any of their own.
That's as good as you.
Might go for a speed needle or something here, or something just to get this fight over with pretty quickly.
Regen up.
Yeah, it looked like they went for a window strike just to try to pick up any fishes they could find. Shadow comes out pretty big, getting 4 people, and now they're just cleaning up.
Let's get you healed up.
Just what the doctor ordered.
They'll probably have about 4 as soon as the fight starts. Maybe in the 5th if they keep playing this in. That's it. Now, Reinhardt's Baptiste will really charge up in about 2.5 seconds. This is what it feels like all the time. They're going for another TP back in. Looks like they're coming out with the speed unit, but he dies before he can get anything. Simp ult from both sides coming out. Yeah, they have nothing left to go. Hannibal's the only one with any ults left in the fight, and that being Grav and
Exceptional performance.
Baffle. Hannibal ain't far from it either. They could get one good fire strike and he immediately has it.
Let them out.
Looks like going for another big shatter. Gets 3-4 look like. And now they're just playing cleanup in the last fight. Yeah, it's literally just a soldier.
Victory.
Nice. Really clean. They lost the first fight, but they kind of just pushed them off point, and they just never were let back on. Looks like we are seeing a pretty really comparable team comps on both sides being the Brawl. The only difference being the Flex DPS, Blue Springs being the Mei, and Hannibal being the Junkrat. Now, the big thing there is that spam damage, they can't really Blue Springs can't really compete with that, but they do have a decent amount more CC. Vanelli. I think whoever loses the first pick is probably gonna die here because all the abilities to save people are getting eaten up right now.
Boosters engaged. Get through this. Routing power to forward shield.
Both windows are coming out.
Shoot you down.
First fight.
Routing power to forward barrier.
Hannibal's mech goes
Time
down,
to raise my APM.
and off for Diva.
Shoot you down.
Looks like they're still managing to keep their head above water though. Diva nuke comes out,
Suiting up.
finds their Baptiste. That really is gonna hurt. Really limits their
Work
healing.
for my highlight reel. I'm turning clocks off.
Yeah, I don't really understand the reasoning of Hannibal's
Escort the payload.
what's it called? High noon. They didn't even switch it off, which could be one reason I see it. Kinda just ulted and I completely lost fight as the last man. Yeah, their Diva kinda just lost a lot of ult charge because they couldn't be in the fight as long. That might hurt them in the ult economy. Looks like he misses the... Finds 2 with Tire, 3 before, and 4 in total. That's just gonna be cleanup for Hannibal right there. Finishes off the team kill, looks like. Oh. Owen gets out, barely.
Step rider.
Speed Noon coming out. Forced out B drop. Cone being the first to die on Blue Spring's side. Diva's in a weird spot right now where they are kind of just diving her. I don't think anyone can help her either.
Raise my APM.
Reinhardt. The DPS on Hannibal are kind of just finding kill after kill. On the Blue Spring side, looks like they have pretty much 4 ults here. Even Fire Strike going in will just get him that shatter immediately.
No.
As I say that, he immediately takes 10%.
I'm gonna shoot you down. Get through this.
Mike. Shatter comes out. Blocks the shatter from Hannibal. Looks like neither one getting that much value. Both Diva nukes coming out, but it looks like Blue Spring's gonna be a lot more successful than Hannibal is. The tiring isn't gonna find anyone, just getting rid of the Immort field. Blue Springs gets a lot of space up winning that fight too.
Yeah, time to heal up.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna try to fight at 5v6.
Routing power to forward barrier.
No, hold on.
Looks like they got Noon here. I don't think they'll use it though, because they don't really need to.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
They did have to use 3 ults for it, but it looked like it was still pretty one fight. Yeah. Yeah, they're both really high sustained brawls. Let's see if this gets anyone. Finds both supports. That's gonna be a massive hurt on Hannibal. Other new coming out just seems like it got eaten. That's about it. Team kill. I think that might just be all the way to third right there. Especially with that wall. Barely managed to touch in time. All it's gonna really do is buy them a couple seconds, but they're still gonna just cap third and get it done.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Looks like Blue Spring said, hey, it worked last time, let's just do it right over again on defense playing the exact same comp. Looks like Hannibal is trying to change it up a bit, at least from the start of it, trying to run a attacking Widow right at the start, trying to probably get a peek up in the high ground. Yeah, it looks like they switched off the Junkrat in favor of the Mei this time.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Widow does not find anyone, immediately jumps back down, switches off to the Echo. Brad getting the charge up, doesn't find anything. Immort's. I think Mei might just. Yeah, Mei manages to get out with her life. Poke damage is just coming out. They go for a flank, and Reinhardt takes about half his HP just from that. One going down on both sides. Nah. Hannibal's gonna have the spawn advantage here just because how close they are. They might just wait for everyone to get back and just try to push him before he can come back, before every place can come back. He was kind of just not giving the Echo an inch of space, just eating all her stickies.
Step right.
Yeah, get that flank off while everyone else pushes out around statue. D.Va going for the Echo, does not kill yet. The Echo does use all of her abilities. That almost could have spelled disaster for the D.Va, but she manages to get out. Hannibal's Immort comes out, as well as their Mei ult. And looks like they're just playing cleanup now. Even managing to get out with his life when his Reinhardt comes to support him.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Hannibal does have definitely has an edge in the ult economy, but Blue Springs will have a lot of their ultimates coming out soon. Both teams are kind of just poking here. Nade finds onto the Mei where she just cleansed it. Onto the D.Va Echo duplicate. Flash on over the Rhine shield. Both Hannibal self-destructs coming out. And then the Blue Springs one comes out, finds the kill on their Mei. You can hear Echo just around the corner, which seems to be what Bendel is looking for. Manages to barely not get that kill over there. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty hard stagger for him. Because everyone else is already respawned, but the Reinhardt's just now getting back in there. Yeah, Hannibal's playing a little bit behind in the ult economy right now. Shatter comes out on Blue Spring's side. Looks like it finds all 6 of them and just immediately kills everyone. Team kill comes out, I think. No, Echo managed to get out alive. Yeah, they're just playing corner around here and just forcing them to push. Speed Noon comes out. Does not find anyone, but looks like the Reinhardt shield is really close to broken. both sides take a pick, and ults are coming out on both sides. So many. This is just an ult fest right here. Duplicated self-destruct comes out, doesn't find anyone. Looks like she's getting frozen. The Echo gets picked off as she's leaving, a massive stagger. Shatter's already back online for Blue Springs. Hannibal is still holding on to their nano. The charge from Bread looks like it's gonna kind of just clean things up here.
You were asking for it.
Yeah, but with this area, you can really win one fight and just immediately push it all the way there. Like once you get past this like corner area, it's kind of hard to stop it until the very, very end. The double headshot for Mei gets the kill on the Ana, and they wall out the D.Va, just stagger her a bit. Blue Springs holding on to 2 ults, and looks like they're probably gonna build up Shatter, if not D.Va ult in the near future. Hannibal, none currently, but looks like they're gonna have their Kree ult and their bomb soon, as well as their Echoes, as well as their attack visor. Noon coming out. Doesn't find anyone, gets eaten. But they flash Fan onto the frozen Kree. Hannibal's Kree finds it onto Bendelli, as in the nuke finds its way onto Bread. Blue Springs doesn't find anyone, instead looks like they won that one fight. They're probably gonna but Lucio manages to get back in, gets back out to speed everyone back so they can make it by the time they reach the end. Now looks to be their game. Bread gets antied. Immort comes out. Attack Visor finds the kill onto Bandelli. That looks like they lost 3 already. It's gonna be hard for them to do anything about this. D.Va gets demeched on Blue Spring's side. Looks like they're kind of just ignoring her for the time being, and she's dead.
The payload has reached the
Yeah, very little gets back out. Each team only having 1 support ult and nothing else really to their name. Nothing's even that close to being on either side. The window comes out on Blue Spring's side. The fire strike doesn't find anyone, and they look like they're just trying to find an opening to get in. And they kill 2, being the BAP and the Soldier. Reinhardt follows quickly after. They're just playing cleanup now, but Bread does fall. Looks like they're saying we're not going to overextend into their spawn, so they just go back to corner. I believe Hannibal's D.Va is still out of mech. Correct me if I'm wrong. Noon gets walled off. Looks like they failed their wall drop Shatter, but they get 2 with the nuke, which is really going to be big. Soldier finds both McCree's dying on both sides. May's just going on a streak right here. Blocks off the Reinhardt, forces him back in the spot, but they can't really push with how many they have. And that's going to be 3-2 on the King's Row map. Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of the same with the Ryan Diva brawl, but they do switch the a lot on Blue Spring side, being to a more divey support comp, being the Brig Ana, and the Widowmaker seems to just. And then also they have Blaze on the Tracer to kind of just like fly around. Looks like they're trying to run kind of like a dive engine with their brawl. Trying to just get his ult up, yeah. Looks like he's trying to just get the supports as low as he can. That Torb turret might cause some problems for Blaze in this first part. Just because. Blue Springs does manage to keep some space despite losing the fight, which is really nice of them to get some space to play around with. Blaze just continuing to poke, just running circles around their diva right now. Gets killed by boosters. Torbjorn's gonna die from the Widow. Both supports being killed by the Blue Springs self-destruct. They're getting contested last millisecond, but they don't manage to keep it for long. And their Lucio's gonna get picked for trying. Their Bap is also gonna get killed, as well as their Torbjorn for being in the wrong place and just getting his head chopped off.
I'm gonna have to shoot you down. Winky face.
No one can
Winky
hide
face.
from
They
my
definitely have a good
sight.
amount of space to play around with. They might be able to take a little bit more though. Casey Vet just doing a quick sit down emote.
Go to sleep. Enemy turret destroyed.
Nerf this.
The ult from the self-destruct from Hannibal is fine. Both the sniper characters, and they really can't play without
Rendezvous
that.
demain.
Looks like Blaze just was poking a bit, and now is just trying to get out before he can.
Hesitate not me. All work together.
Doesn't manage to get out safely though. Instead, Mini Diva's still just in there, but she could. There's no way I think she could get out. But she does have ult now, which could be a great benefit to them, especially with both their support ults. They got a couple ults to play around with on both sides, but Hannibal has a lot more. Looks like they're making some switches. Looks like they're switching to like a full dive comp essentially. Nano ball. No pal drive comes out. I think he was just in a bad spot for it. There it goes. Looks like he's going after Genji. Self-destruct doesn't find anyone except the turret. Shadow comes out from Hannibal. Looks like he's going for Morgan. Marble comes out. Looks like he's just gonna take out Torb turret and wait around corner. And then they're just trying to pick off everyone they can, just to give them some more. He comes out, kills the Reinhardt. Lucio's just stalling and dies pretty quickly. Looks like they're gonna cap second with 3.5 on the clock after capping. And that's not a crazy amount of time, but it's definitely doable. Blaze just going back to their back line, almost one clipping the Tracer and gets the pick. Then proceeds to get five. Yeah, but then it's like she can also be that character that just walks right up behind you and sticks a full mag in your head and you're just dead.
Nerf this. Game over.
Hannibal self-destruct comes out, doesn't find anyone. Mines comes out, finds the kill on the Torbjorn, as well as getting a bit of space coming out.
Nano boost administered.
Nano on the ball doesn't seem to be. They look to just be trying to kill off that Capri. They don't really have a speed for the noon, so it's gonna be pretty much just use it to control some space rather than trying to like use it aggressively. Reinhardt's on the right for Hannibal, as well as the rest of their team comp trying to just get a grouped up push. Comes out with the aggressive beat drop, as well as the window, trying to get as much damage and healing out as possible. They use the Immort on Hannibal's side. Red does go down, so does their D.Va mech and their D.Va. Now it's kind of just the poke game again. Rally comes out, Shatter comes out on Hannibal's side. Blaze trying to take out the Torb turret and gets flashed, manages to get out alive, but dies to the Torb turret. They're really close to the end right now, 3.8 meters till the end. They're kind of just trying to poke at this D.Va until she dies. Hannibal ult support's dying yet again to the Blue Springs ult. Hannibal using their Deadeye, their Torbolt. They had to use a lot of ults to. Looks like they're gonna win it as well, but they had to use a lot of ults to get there. And this next fight coming up, Blue Springs has more than them, but they don't really have that all too many, being Nano, Deadeye, and probably Tracer ult. But might as well not be an ult with how quickly it comes out.
Get this moving.
Step right up.
Looks like he's needing to control some space here. Yeah, other than the control of space for a couple seconds, but yeah. Mines comes out. So does Beat Drop from Hannibal, as well as the window, which you can see. Flashbang onto the Reinhardt. They're getting everyone now. I think Hannibal's goal right now might just be to not let them have any time left on the clock, because I don't think they're holding it. They hold to full 0. 0 on the clock left. Full cap though. They're gonna have to prevent them from capping with it.
0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Yeah, that's honestly fairly reasonable of a time for this kind of map. It's like first one's fairly difficult, second one's fairly easy, and the third one's really difficult because there's so many ways defense can play around it.
Ready for battle.
Vendilli going back to the Widow, but looks like Hannibal is also going to play a Widow with it as well. Looks like they're going to do the same thing except with the Zenyatta instead of the Ana. Let's hope that healing is going to be enough for him. They're just starting off with the ball immediately rather than the Rein as well. Looks like Blaze is getting ready for a flank as well as Red. I have just been informed that Clevenger has been muted this whole time.
Stop the payload.
Hannibal gets the first pick on the Widow. Gets the first pick on the Zen. Hogs is pushing up on Vandilli on the Widow. Hook comes out. He manages to evade it. That was his most concerning problem. Widow's kind of just looking for shots right now. Bread gonna be killed by turret by their whole team. Blaze is just trying to find a way out by this point, because he's kind of just stuck in this room. Manages to just squirm his way out of it, but ends up dying outside. Hannibal's gonna get the pick on the Vandeli, but they do counter with the pick onto the Lucio. Once the enemy Widow's down, Widow can kind of just have a party by that point. She can get so much more value when she's dead. Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to stall by this point. Throws out the pulse, doesn't find anyone. Just takes out the breather.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Hannibal's coming out with the Shatter here pretty much, as well as the Whole Hog, pretty close to the Lucio ult and the Torval. Blue Springs has mine comes out. Looks like they're trying to start a fight off it. Blaze switched off from the Tracer to the Hanzo. Looks like that might be what Blue Springs needed. Both finding picks pretty quickly in the fight. B-Drop's forced to come out. Pretty much word off now. Flash fans on the Lucio, finds the pick. Self-destruct comes out, finds the kill, and they're kind of just cleaning up and get the kill on the Reinhardt. You can see Hog right there on the Brig and the Hanzo, but doesn't really get anything off it. Now we see Zenyatta doing Zenyatta things. They're pushing on the flank. Looks like they're trying to go around from behind. Looks like the D.Va did notice it before it was too late. Red going in for the PD. Bolt McCree's going down. Shatter comes out. Their Hannibal's Reinhardt dies. Does force out Trans, and they do use the Hanzo ult. Looks like Blue Springs is gonna win the fight, but he does. But they did have to use a lot of ults for it. Seems like they're trying to just hold that as a choke point right now. They back off from it though. Looks like they're gonna just try to force this Reinhardt in a different spot, let the payload push up a bit so they can actually hold it better. Shatters PD's on the Kree. Kree goes down, but so does D.Va on Blue Spring side. Vandeli's on a crazy flank, looks like for a noon. And he dies for it. But they do find the pick on the Lucio. This might still be winnable. And the Reinhardt. They're all just fighting in this one room. Looks like Hannibal's kind of just being forced into it. Blue Spring's just cleaning up now. They've pretty much won that fight. Didn't have to commit any ults except for rally into it.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Looks like Reinhardt on Hannibal's side is going for. Looks like they're trying for another flank. The thing about those things is they really only work the one time. As you can see by Blaze being ready for it with the dragons. Forces out the B drop. They do find the pick on Blaze, but not before they lose too. Baptiste goes down. Blue Spring's just cleaning up now. Red kind of just looking for where they're gonna push. Finds the Baptiste, kind of just pokes at him. They're going for the flank another time.
60 seconds remaining.
They really like going for that flank angle, don't they? They're going into the fight with a in a 5v6 because they lost their Hanzo earlier in the game. Baptiste goes down as well. Looks like their ball is taking a lot of damage here. He gets taken out.
My aim is true.
30 seconds remaining.
Steel yourselves. Time.
Hanzo on Hannibal's side goes down as well again.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Ball gets booped back out. Just like, no, you don't get the push here. Looks like Bread, though, is in dire need of support. Torval and Deadeye finds one. Mines finds the Torbjorn. They're in overtime, and it looks like the trans is gonna pretty much force them to not be able to do anything.
Triple kill.
Yeah, they're just cleaning up. They've just won it now. There's nothing they can really do.
Victory.
3-1 on the last map.